so hard to line that up. All right. Welcome back. Cripple Couch Talk, episode 13. It's your host, Brent. And
it's your girl, Milz, back at it again with the guys.
What's up, Pitbull in the house?
Yeah, our superstar, Zack, the Pitbull Ruhl. Today we're just going to go. We've got a bunch of new subscribers and followers and listeners and whatnot. So today we're just going to go talk about our superstar himself, Zack, the Pitbull Ruhl. And today... That's it. I'll add that in there. So, yeah, we just want to, kind of give everybody kind of a brief introduction on Zack and who he is and what makes him tick.
I feel like I'm on, a dating, I'm giving in my resume. Right
You are, well, you might be.
Yeah,
you know?
this is another resume.
Okay.
Yeah, so all you ladies out there.
So here's the deal. They're going to ask questions, and I'm just going to answer. We want to
know a little bit about you, so
Okay,
it's not just like question answers.
Dig deep, baby. Dig deep.
So, first of all, like a lot of people think they see you, and I've heard this from people. They're like, "Oh yeah, I heard he was a Marine, got his legs blown off in the war." But what really did happen to you, Mr. Zack? Falling off airplanes, Ruhl.
I was actually born like this. I was born with a deformity, and it led to my legs being amputated when I was 2 years old. They looked real messed up. They looked kind of like hockey sticks in a way. I was born with. If I say this, people were like, "What do you mean?" You know, I say the first episode. I said I share one leg. I do share one leg, kind of like this is my thigh. My right leg is a thigh, like a normal thigh just without a knee. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
My left leg is actually a tibia, so it is my shin connected to my hip.
Wow.
This is a tibia bone.
It's pretty interesting.
It's one leg without a foot, if you think about it. So, thigh, shin, no knee, no foot.
Oh.
So
That's wild, man.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm high. What the hell? It's mind blowing.
You are how
And I was born with my knee infused to my hip, so I got a scar going from my ass all the way to my gooch area.
You got an X-ray of this? I would love to see this, what you look like as a kid.
And they removed my knee out of my hip. 'Cause I used to put my nub behind me a lot. I'd have a lot of range of motion. They thought it'd be weird for my spine, so they removed the knee. They removed the knee out of my hip because and then it took away all my range of motion. I couldn't put it behind my back no more.
Oh, I was about to say you got like a double joint or something.
I would
right?
always
hip
they freaked out. I remember the doctors would freak out because I would never sit proper. I would always do the splits because my leg would go behind me and I just felt comfortable. In the splits, dude.
Right.
I just felt like I don't know. And they were like, "No, that's not good," So they fucking made it where I
like Jean-Claude Van Damme, little kid.
Except not sideways, but front ways.
Yeah.
And then got my legs amputated, and then that same amputation, I got a skateboard. Somebody got me a skateboard. I remember as a gift. And I actually rolled out of the hospital on a skateboard.
Really? What age was that?
2.
So that goes
You were skating since the age of 2?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So
did you get a little bitty skateboard and the little penny skateboards? And then they moved on up to a big boy skateboard.
It didn't have the oval. It didn't have the concave in both sides.
Well, I was about to say the old.
It just had the straight, the Bart Simpson skateboard.
Yeah, Bart Simpson. But back in the '90s, they had the big skateboards. Remember, they had
mine was
plate in the back and
mine was real skinny. Mine was real skinny. I remember I had animals on. It was a white skateboard. I remember a giraffe was on it or some shit like that.
Okay.
And I had big green wheels on it.
Green wheels. Did you ask for special color wheels on your?
No, man.
I would have.
I just hopped on it.
I
remember my uncle at the time was trying to get me to ride it, but he was trying to get me to ride it on my stomach.
Oh, really?
Do a surfboard, right? And I was like, man, fuck
Man,
this.
you're gonna die.
Whack. I was like, this is fucking whack.
You're
right?
gonna die.
So then I started riding on my butt. Then I started going everywhere on it. I was like.
So when did you get a wheelchair?
I was 24.
What the hell?
So this is one question that Milz brought up. It's a very good question, I think.
Mm-hmm.
At what age you realize you were kind of a badass? What age did that kick in and realize
I would say pretty recent, be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
You never think damn, I could
so?
do some shit that able-bodied people can't do.
No.
You just no, it's
nah,
hanging
man.
right there with them.
I just I don't know. I view people as just people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So I never viewed myself as higher. I just feel like it's just putting in the work and the time. If you do it, if you believe in it enough, if you do it enough, then you're gonna get good at it. People think I just woke up and I'm able to fucking do muscle ups in a wheelchair and everything.
Right.
took
Because he
years.
pushed himself
Dude,
around all day.
Dude, if you look at my old videos on my Facebook, like I'm over at Angel's Gyms and I'm struggling doing.
And you were like way smaller.
Yeah, like so, like people have to realize this is a marathon, dude. You know what I'm saying? But when did I realize it? Yeah, I'd say kind of recent, man. I mean, it's just because dude, growing up, all it was about was having fun. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't worried about. So everybody, but man, you're such inspiration. Going one ear and out the other. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't take it to heart. But now it's like when people say I'm an inspiration, it's like they add a backstory about it. Like, hey, dude, I got injured. I was been down and out for 2 years. My wife left me. Your videos pulled me out the rut. Then I'm like, damn, dude, I really am making a difference.
Like I really did that shit.
This is crazy. Like people really look up to me, dude. Like somebody told me at the ability. I mean, not the Metal Muscle. He's like, dude, you're our Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
He's like, you're our Dwayne Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Like
no, I know
like
a couple
Cripple
households that you're a celebrity. I definitely know that for
dude,
sure.
some lady.
My boy Shelby, shout out Shelby. My boy Shelby.
Some lady come up. Yeah, some lady come up to me and she was like, you are a famous name in our household. She was like, can you please come meet my son? And I was like, I'll come watch your son play, And then she was like, I want to thank you so bad. I want to thank you so much about how much you throw God in the mix and stuff like that. She's a real big Christian lady. She was like, I don't like your language, but I like how much you throw God in the mix.
Right.
I was like, that's probably what I get the most hate on.
Yeah. Yeah, I did notice that. What you posted something up, man, and it was
About beating your kid's ass.
it wasn't that. It was something else, man. And you got hate on both ends on that one. It was weird. Yeah, I can't remember what it was, but
Can't please them all, dog. I ain't trying to.
Well,
Talking about hate, did you get any hate from this last video that went viral?
Yeah, the fall video. You falling off an airplane, Southwest.
No, not too much, not a lot. The only thing I did get, when Barstools put it on their Snapchat, said like, did he take it too far? Like some people were agreed a little bit, but like
I told you to take it too far.
Yeah, but that was the whole. That was the whole. I had to sell it. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to have fun. People really
Bless
don't.
you.
There's a cough, but people thank you though. But people really don't understand like why it started. You know, it started because like they would make me get on these aisle chairs at first, and I'd be like, man, this is and. You can ask any cripple traveling, getting on an aisle chair is kind of embarrassing, bro.
It really
I'll put a picture in right here.
It is.
They're like a foot wide. Like I'm a big dude. I'm 6'5", and my butt cheek fits on one of those. I need two of them to slide down the aisle. Pretty much.
When I was in it, like my hips do this.
You hit everything going down.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah, my hips don't lie.
So and it's just embarrassing. So I was like, man, like, dude, so it started off as that, like I would just want to make fun of it because like then people wouldn't view you as a cripple; they'd view you as like a funny motherfucker.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like their view about you would change instantly. Their like viewpoint on you would change instantly. They would think like they don't feel sorry for you no more. Now you're the funny, cool guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would just do it to kind of break the ice and kind of like not be embarrassed a little bit. You know?
Do you get embarrassed?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. What embarrasses you the most?
Losing,
yeah.
No, but I'm saying
I've seen that. You do not like to lose.
Have you ever felt like embarrassed because of your chair when you go somewhere?
I've never felt embarrassed, but I felt like I felt like I've been under. Okay, like
I guess like intimidated.
I've been intimidated by like another dude at the bar or at the same party. Because usually if I roll in a spot, dude, like I'm the fun. I'm not the tallest bitch. I'm the biggest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like everybody wants to have my upper body. I've been to a party where some dude's been tall, jacked, tan, and I'm like, fuck, I'm second place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like your boy beat me. But as far as about being embarrassed,
yeah.
I've been on my prosthetics before and like fail going into Marshalls, and then that's pretty fucking embarrassing.
Yeah, that would be. Well, I was talking to you, Milz, the other day. I got some stuff from you, and I was like, "What happens if you fall out here, Milz?" And you're like, "I can't get up." Like, straight up.
I can't get up.
Yeah.
Like guys, because I can like walk with my crutches, but without them, I can't walk. It's like I can walk, but I can't walk if it's weird.
Yeah, so if you go to Milz, don't go grab up behind her and give her a big old hug. Like, give her a heads up before you know.
Because my balance is like way off.
She might fall over and not be able to get up.
But pretty much that's been the only like embarrassing thing. I mean, yeah. I'd say
but I mean, like Zack Ruhl, he grew up with a disability, so I think it's different for like someone else.
Yeah,
because I felt embarrassed going places.
Oh yeah. Well, you talk early on in my life, yes.
Yes.
Early on in my life, I wanted to be other people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to be I still remember the names. I'm like, damn, dude, I wish I could be a fucking Darius, a football star. Fucking Lewis, Lewis was one of my best homies, but he was a track star. They were all like black kids. They were athletic as shit. So that's what kind of got me athletic, though. It's like now I'm athletic as shit in a wheelchair. I feel like, but
Probably more athletic than like somebody that's able-bodied.
Yeah, but I hung around athletic able bodies all the time, and we'd like toss footballs and shit. But I remember like being jealous of people that could walk and shit. Like, I mean, dude, they got all the girls and shit like that. No, dude, like kids are ruthless. Kids are mean. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't want to face that, but kids are bullies. They're going to be at first. Like they don't know the difference between right or wrong.
They're learning.
And then no kid wants to talk or date the legless dude. Like it's just weird. Nobody wants to fuck with that. You know? They really don't see you as a person until high school. So like I grew up kind of like scared to talk to chicks and shit, until my junior year in high school.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think that might be a man thing, though. I was scared to talk to girls, so I was like in college. Yeah, then I was like, I'm a man. I can talk to whoever I want to now.
Yeah, as soon as I realized, like, man, it's just conversation.
Yeah.
Then it just, like, kind of went out. Like, I don't care if I pick you up or not. If I'm just having a conversation, if I don't care where this goes, if I'm just having a conversation with you, who cares, right? If it leads to something, cool.
Yeah, speaking of that, so that's one question you get asked a lot.
Drum roll. Can I get a drum roll?
Are you single?
Yeah, I'm single.
So he's still scared to talk to girls, folks.
Apparently.
Just kidding. No.
Man, yeah, it's like
talks too many of them, probably.
But man, so many people are like trying to rush that too. I feel like so many people are
very
like,
true.
When you gonna get married? When you gonna have kids? Like,
for
dude,
real?
Why are you trying to rush it? Like, why are you trying? I'm only 30. I know you might think that's old, but shit, I'm good, dude. Like, I'm happy. Yeah. I don't have to answer to nobody. Like, yeah, being single is a blessing and a curse if you think about it.
Yeah, and I think kids are a blessing too. It's just sometimes you just want different blessings in life.
Well, dude, well, to be honest, like if I'm just speaking completely 100% honest, it would be really hard to have a relationship right now. I'm traveling. I'm speaking. Fuck, girls are hitting me up on Instagram. I mean, y'all see it. It's just stupid. Yeah. So like, how hard
the thirst is real.
How hard would it be to like, please, like, have a girl like be like, not be insecure at all. Like, be secure with yourself and know that she's the only girl that I want and I don't want nobody else. It'd be hard as shit.
Yeah.
And plus, like, dude, I want to, I'm a dude, Yeah. I want to see like,
gotta get after it.
Let's see if I can get a Michelle Lewis. Like I don't know,
So what do you look into, like, a woman?
Me?
Yeah. What's your ideal woman?
Yeah, if you were going to settle down, Mr.
The traditional...
I don't know if you're going to settle down.
I don't think he's going to settle down anytime soon.
Yeah,
like tomorrow, no.
If you did find that one, bad bee out there, what are her, stats? What's she looking like?
Man, I'm just looking for somebody I can call my girlfriend and best friend.
No.
So you got to have a girl that's going to work out with you.
She'll have to work out with me. She needs to work out.
So she's gonna have to be somewhat athletic. Yeah. She's gonna have to be.
It would be cool to like.
You're native friends, but y'all ain't like.
Yeah, it would be cool to have somebody like that in the mix. Somebody likes working out because we can enjoy the same shit together. Like if we go on a trip to Utah, we can stop at a CrossFit gym and work out.
Okay, makes sense.
Shit like that, But it would probably be a traditional Hispanic woman, dude. I know it sounds bad, like a woman that wants to take care of a man, that
look at Asians too, maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of
men too.
I like white girls, but I don't really like white girls.
Sorry, white girls. Yeah, you can touch, but you can't have it.
Like a lot of them don't have lips.
Wow.
Really good.
Wow.
Man.
When I smile, my top lip like disappears. Look. Hey, the boys still dig it, so.
That's true. You got the dimples though. You got the solid dimples.
But man, be honest with you, man, what I'm noticing now is I can't stand stupidity. Like I've been on Bumble dates and shit like that, and I'm like, dude, this girl's ignorant. You know what I'm saying? So if a girl cannot challenge me at all, like intellectual, like I can't deal with it. I can't.
Yeah, same. I'd be like, the fuck.
Yeah, it's like you are like, man, some girl got up in the middle of
the date.
Yeah, no, got up and she got up in the middle of the date and was like, "I'm the only fan here. Y'all ain't cheering. I'm like, what the
Where were you at? Hold
That's
on.
embarrassing.
I was at Wings and More, dog.
Who was she a fan for, though?
She was a fan
For you?
She was a fan of the Rockets or Astros.
okay,
Rockets.
okay.
Oh, so the Rockets game was on, and she was in there.
And then
just
nobody was
talking
cheering,
mess.
so she was like, got all pissy, right? And I'm thinking, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, bitch, I cause attention wherever I go. Why do you think I want more attention on me?
Okay.
Well, that's just crazy.
So I just straight up left her there.
yeah, I'm gonna
didn't
go to
say
the
bye, though?
bathroom.
No, I act
And
like
then
I was
just-
going to the bathroom and I left.
And then
But
like
that's
how he pushes.
mean. Like,
No,
that's
it's not.
kind of me.
She's crazy, Milz.
But
Come
still,
on,
like,
that
like,
lady's.
I would have
nut.
been like, you're a little crazy, but I'm about to leave.
No,
All right, bye.
no, 'cause she rode with me. So
Oh shit! Just call her an Uber and be like, "Hey, there's a car out front. His name's whatever. Hop in. He'll take you home."
I hope she don't watch us.
So, well, she probably hates you.
I
anyway,
apologize for Zach.
So. Well, I
As
don't
a
know.
woman.
That's pretty crazy behavior. I mean, I don't know. Just depends on the situation, I guess. But
Man, it's like, tell you the truth, man. A lot of girls now are just looking for clout.
yeah.
Like a lot of girls that hit on me are just like straight up like, I mean, dude, like the first 5 minutes will be genuine. Then they're like, man, maybe we should do a YouTube video together, or maybe
Oh,
we should.
yeah.
For real?
And I'm like,
Yeah.
what? You know, like get the fuck out of here,
Yeah.
dude. Like,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's true.
Like the last one I was like kind of flirting with a little bit. She was like, started off real cool. I'm gonna buy you a ticket out here, this and that. And I was like, oh man, she seems like real genuine. And she was like, hey, do you mind if we start a YouTube channel when we get it? I was like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dog. Like, I ain't, you know what I'm
Well, it
saying?
depends on who it is.
That's
I mean,
fucked up, though.
well, if she's like smoking hot and got like a bunch of cool stuff.
Oh yeah, I won't make a
we
YouTube.
might
But
hang
I
out.
might.
Yeah, we might
I'll,
hang out for a couple videos.
I'll sell her that dream. I'll sell her that dream. Like we're gonna start one. Like I just don't feel it.
Yeah, it's not me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's funny.
Any other questions?
Yeah, we got some more. Hold on. We'll get more.
Okay, I have a good one. Dun,
Okay.
dun, 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 dun. So, what's gonna be the name of your gym? Like, what are you gonna name it?
Yeah, in 2020.
Or in the future? I'm just putting it
Well,
out there in the universe because
It's kind of bad if you say it, because then somebody can take the website real quick.
Well, I'm gonna take it right now. So sorry if y'all go on GoDaddy right now.
Nah,
I have an account that I use a lot. So
I don't know if it's taken or not, but I really like the name the Pit Performance.
Pit Performance. Why?
It's kind of like race car-ish. I like
Because
it.
It's fucking like got my pit in it, and it's got performance. It's
Performance
cool.
is always cool.
Yeah.
You always want good.
I know I
performance.
knew. I just
No, I thought about
little
like I
background.
thought about doing like a clothing line for my fans and shit. Like I know it's weird saying fans, but like people who buy like or like let's say everybody who comes to Miami and like watches me in Wadapalooza, I want to have shirts and they have like the pit bull in the front and then have
Okay.
pit crew in the back.
Pit crew. I like that. The pit crew. Part of the pit crew.
Hashtag pit crew. You know?
Hashtag pit crew.
Hashtag pit crew.
Yeah,
That'd
that way
be
be like,
nice.
man, like what's up, pit crew? Like I can actually engage with, but people will follow me and be like, hey man, like we're a team now.
Yeah. No, I like that.
Pit Performance.
Yeah.
I really want you to open that gym.
Like soon. Yeah.
We'll see.
I think it'll happen.
I want to, man. I
Yeah.
want to open one up, but I mean,
What area would you want to like open it here in Houston?
in my back fucking yard.
No.
No, you're too far out. You gotta do it in Houston somewhere.
I'm
Yeah.
staying put here, dog.
No.
Well, sorry.
No.
No.
It has to
Sorry.
be like
Where Metro goes.
yeah, wherever Metro goes, dude.
Yeah.
So more adaptive athletes
You
can
gotta
go.
get in there.
Best thing is waking up, walking my dog, chilling here at the house. I don't have no reason to leave. I got an espresso machine.
We're gonna have to get you to move somewhere.
Yeah, dude.
You gotta get an espresso machine at the gym.
Tell you get the gym, I'll get the espresso machine. It'll be your housewarming or whatever you call it. You probably live there, so it'll probably be your housewarming.
What questions do you have for Zach, Brent?
That's the one thing. So going back to that, like, what do you do for work? So how do you make your money?
Oh yeah,
sir?
man. Actually, a lot of people ask this. First of all, I'm a motivational speaker. Make income off that. I do make money off Instagram. I'll a story and a post for whatever amount of dollars. Whatever, or 2 stories, whatever the deal may be. And I train here and there. I can train every now and again, not a lot, but yeah. That's pretty much my.
Making that money. Yeah, I think it need to get in some acting. I hear you might have some audition stuff lined up in the next few days. I think it might be a good opportunity for you.
No, Brent wants me to go try out for a damn
For what?
Well, it's an acting role for
like a pancreatic cancer.
yeah.
For real?
Yeah, but I told him I don't think that like you would get picked
It's
for
like
it.
kidney disease.
But
kidney
I
disease,
feel like-
kidney failure. Or some
I
shit.
feel like there's a lot of
You're
things
gonna be like in
happening
an ad
in
having
that
kidney-
area over there. I'm not gonna say where, but in that area over there that might be good things for you.
Why do you want to do it?
Like, what if it makes it to TV? Like, I've had pancreatic cancer for.
No, I think
15
because
years.
it's an agency. It's like an agency. is gonna do
Okay.
it. So I think it's just like they're probably not looking for you. I feel like they're looking for like an old guy, like an older.
You could be like, there's no way that some bitch has kidney failure.
That's what I'm
Jesus
saying. Look at
Christ.
that guy. Look at him. He don't look like he's got any kind of failure. They're
I had
looking
kidney failure, but I beat that shit.
Yeah, right. Maybe they are looking for like a Ric Flair type of
Protein.
There you go. Could be, man. It could be. There's two ways of doing things,
I want to ask some questions too. Fuck.
All right. What you
right.
got?
But
What
this
you
is
got?
like get to know
How
Zack.
I don't care. How many people have slid in your DMs since the fall video? Don't be stupid.
Not a lot. Not a lot. Maybe
not a
like a
lot.
good 50. No, like a couple of guys.
What they say? What do they usually reach out with?
Oh, you're so inspirational, but I think you're beautiful. Blah blah blah. Or
What do you usually? You only respond to the cute ones. Don't lie.
like, well, if I'm not interested. What am I supposed to say? Like, oh well, thank you, but I'm not interested. Like, like.
I don't respond to all of them because they don't know when to stop. It's like okay, I would love to respond to every message. I would love to respond to every single message, right? But if they're like, hey, bro, have a good day. I'm like, man, you have a good day too. They're like, well, what are you eating later? It always goes into something. And I'm like, dog, I'm not trying to have a conversation. I'm just saying, I'm just responding to you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, man.
like I don't really know you like that.
Well, I usually try to reply to everyone, especially when they ask me like, "Hey, I'm going through this, blah blah blah," or do you know what I should do for this?
I don't get a lot.
I do. I do get a lot of like, "Hey, I'm going through this," or like, well,
You're reaching the world, Mills. I like it.
like I have like people that reach out to me and ask me, or how can I do this with this, or like it's like stuff like that, kind of like OT stuff. So I feel like I'm like an OT that's not getting paid, honestly.
Yeah.
Like real talk, dude.
They give
I had like PhD teachers reach out to me telling me like, hey, I'm showing your video in my class. I'm like, so I'm
that's
basically
cool.
teaching the class
What's that? You know how they give
without
out,
getting paid.
Yeah, you know they give like
Which is pretty cool though, because I've had like a lot of like teachers like reach out to me.
Yeah, you know how they give out like PhDs to like just random people sometimes.
I don't.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, you got to be like famous or something. They give somebody like
For real?
like a doctorate degree at like some university. Maybe you should try to get one.
Dude, yeah, because grad school's expensive.
It's funny.
Well, you don't go to. It's like a bullshit degree.
When I first started training adaptive, my overall goal was to like have PTOTs come to me, ask me for information. I don't have an itch of school about it. I just wanted to be like the motherfucker who, like Yoda of the adaptive world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they come to me and be like, I ain't got no school. Why y'all asking me?
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. So I studied up on it, dude. I studied up on stupid disabilities that I never probably would ever see, but I ended up seeing them. This is crazy. Like Eric Mendez, arthrogryposis multiplex congenita.
What?
That's the name of his disability. Arthroporosis multiplex
Say
congenita.
it slow, because I'm gonna put this on the screen. I'm gonna have to figure out how to type this shit.
Arthroporosis multiplex congenita.
Arthropropos mimosus cappuccino.
There
I
you
don't
go.
know. Whatever you said.
Pretty much, you're born with club feet. Your bones, your joints fuse together eventually, and you can't be able to bend your joints. But I didn't know what the hell that was, and I didn't even know.
Who has that?
Eric Mendez.
Eric has that. I didn't know that.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll be.
So when he came to me, I was like, "What's your disability?" He was like, "Arthroporosis multiplex congenita." I was like, "I know exactly what you have. I know what arthroporosis multiplex congenita is."
I can't say that.
We tried.
Altroplexus.
Right?
Yeah.
But you get most PTs, they don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
So
That's like
Say that word again. Sorry.
arthroporosis
Arthroproposes.
multi-
Pupusas.
multiplex congenita.
Multiplex.
Congenita.
chlamydia. Yeah. It's a tough one.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I mean, dude, like you're going. I mean, so I wanted to know everything, and plus I was like way over my head at the time because I was so fucking excited. So I was like, yeah, I want to start a workout page for straight up adaptive athletes, and then boom, started that, and then like was charging like $25, dude, and I had like 11 people, and like 4 of them were disabilities I had no clue. And I was like, okay.
Well, we got some learning to do.
You had to Google them, do your research.
Yeah, I went to the library a lot, and I Googled a lot. I YouTubed a shit ton, to be honest.
Library?
YouTube. I learned so much at the YouTubes.
People still go to the library?
Oh,
No
yeah.
offense.
That's actually how they check to see what the education level is for cities.
And we are back. Oh wait, I'm gonna wait for you to put your stuff together. Yes. Are you on Facebook dating? Huh?
No, that's Facebook friend request.
Wow.
Yeah, I tried a Facebook friend request you a long time ago, and you didn't like let me be a friend with you. Asshole.
Show the camera. Look, he can like go miles and miles away.
Do they not have like a select all where you could just like yes?
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, me neither. Because I had pictures from like 2006.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, so are you on Facebook? I tried Facebook dating for a
Oh,
week.
did you?
Yeah.
How did that work?
Do you want to read the comments that were like, I have 2 messages that like threw me off and it reminded me why I'm not on a dating app.
Let's see what you got.
Let's see what you got.
All right, well, crap, I have to look for it. I was not ready. I guess we can pause it and then go back.
Nope.
No? All right, hold
We
on.
will keep it going.
Or
while
you
it's
know
going.
what?
Use them quad hands fast. Fast you
Oh.
can.
Okay.
Fast you can. Fast you
I
can.
sent it to somebody. Hold on. Let me find.
So like,
There we go. I got it. So it starts out with you and Tim matched, right? So the first thing that he asked me was, so what's up with the wheelchair, accident or MS? So I totally flipped. I was like, because like, the reason why I feel like I'm not, I flipped because it's like, look, he wouldn't have said that like in real life. And that's why I don't like dating, like
Really?
online. No, because like a real person
Hell
is
no,
not
he
just
wouldn't
gonna
have
come
said
up
that sh-
in
he
real.
would not have said that in life.
No, so I'm like, no, it's not okay. If you weren't
That's keyboard courage right there.
exactly like a
that
dude will now
is
come up
kind
to
of
me.
courageous to go. You got MS. You
You just assume I did. Okay, do you
The
got?
fuck?
Well, no, it seems like he
I'd
was
be
I
like,
flipped, dude.
I'd be like, do you got an extra chromosome? Dumb motherfucker. You know, like
Like, what's up with you? Like, why is your nose that big? Like, it's not fucking cool to just go up to somebody and, or I mean, ask that in like on online.
no, that's not cool, Mills. That's not
So
cool
then,
at all.
yeah.
so I was like, well, thank you for reminding me that this is exactly why I'm not on dating apps. And then the dude's like, what? Are you ready?
Yeah, fuck.
He's like, sorry, I didn't think it came out that bad. A friend of mine just got diagnosed with MS like 2 years ago.
Good.
So now when I see people in wheelchairs, that's the first thing I think of. I was just curious. I meant no harm.
Well,
like if you would have been
way
like,
to be a dumbass, Tim. Way to be a
you
That-
get the
idiot
award of
dumbass.
Well, and
somebody
that's-
clap for him.
Yeah,
no,
I wish we
that's some
knew your last
ableism.
name, Tim, because right now you seem like your last name is dumbass.
No, that's some ableism right there. That's
Everybody-
he was trying to. He was trying to relate. He has a friend that's in a wheelchair that has MS. We don't all have the
So
same
every
disability.
every wheelchair has MS now.
That's what I'm saying. So it's just it's
Oh,
he's
you
just
have MS,
uneducated.
Brent?
What's that?
You have MS?
Long time MS haver. You know, just doing the old natural route.
All right, okay.
sclerosis.
There's another one.
Oh, Mills. Get
So
it.
then,
so hard to say
me and
It
Julian
is.
matched.
I can't spell it.
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire sauce.
It's a good stuff.
So
to
you're
say.
cute as fuck and disabled legit makes no difference to me. I must ask, since I'm a raw truth regurgitator.
Regurgitator.
Okay.
That's what owls do.
A vulnerable honesty. How did you become disabled? Does your vagina work? And in the sense of bodily function and child conception. And last question is, are you going to judge me since my disability is I say what I'm thinking and have no hidden intention and only genuine desire, communication, and honesty, comma, this is a disability for me only because it has left me alone with no friends or girl, but that's because being honest is too hard for liars to be around.
He's saying his disability is being honest.
That's
Yeah.
That's kind of
yeah.
funny. That's pretty funny.
Well,
No,
not all disabilities
Bro,
are visible,
that's-
so
I just like
okay.
how I like how people think that like you broke your neck, your vagina just dried up, just sewed itself shut, stop working, don't work no more.
Dude, online dating is not for me. No.
Yeah, well, I've honestly feel like the best way to date people is like in real life, you know. 'Cause I feel like
I've
people's
recently got on
minds-
there.
Facebook dating app. I'm out. I'm not there. I'm not there,
out.
guys.
I'm out too. I'll tell you why in a minute.
Yeah, well, I ain't even trying. Is it like Tinder? Is it like a swipe right deal? Or
Exactly.
Is
like
it like,
Yeah,
Tinder almost.
yeah.
Okay, but it's like
I figured they stole-
people really close to you. Like it's people in your. I mean, it's,
oh, so it could be
Your
like
area,
a friend.
like 50
They
miles.
tell you how many mutual friends you have.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
kinda
that is
creepy.
true.
Well, I guess that's not too bad. That's I
I
could see
think
that
it's a
being
little
good
bit
thing.
more legit.
Like, oh, that
in a
girl's
way.
cute. She's single. She's out here looking, and we got 14 mutual friends.
So
So
We might
and
have
she
some things
must
in
be
common.
real, like not a fake.
This
profile.
girl, I mean,
Yeah.
this girl was like on a little fitness journey. I went to her Instagram. She had like a big following too. Not like a lot, but you know, like
A couple thousand.
yeah,
Yeah.
10,000, 11,000.
Okay,
something like
fair
that.
enough.
So
She's probably good looking
Yeah,
then,
so
a
she had
little bit.
like, so I was like, all right, cool. And then she said, like out of nowhere, she was like, hey, I once dated a guy with a single leg amputee, blah blah. and he I don't think he was prepared to be a amputee. My question to you is, are you okay being you? Because I don't want to. Some shit like that, dude. And I was like, I'm out, dude. Like, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. If you're asking that, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Am I okay being? Am I supposed to be okay? What if I'm not okay with it, dumbass? Are you gonna grow me some legs? Are you gonna help me out?
Right.
You know, like
that's
so.
true.
She's in Houston too. You're an idiot.
You're an idiot.
Dude, like, nobody wants to hear that, first of all. Like, and you damn sure don't want to hear your ex is another leg. That now you're weird.
Yeah.
Now you're a chair chaser.
Chair chaser.
Now you're a chair chaser.
Hey,
You
I bet
think I'm weird, but you're the weird one.
No, I know you get hit up by a bunch of dudes for chair chasing dudes, but like, what about you, Mills? I feel like you get probably hit up a lot too.
Because like
You're a cripple girl. You're a cute cripple girl.
Dude, more Crips sliding in DMs or buddies that are there, like have like
You
fetishes.
do. Hey, you do get a bunch of cripples slide. Where did I see that at? On your YouTube page or something? Or like,
I do.
yeah, you do. They love you.
Dude, it was funny.
Yeah.
You know, I posted that picture of her, and I was like, if anybody would holler at Mills, drop a wheelchair emoji.
Yeah.
I just spoke. I just spoke at Scott Clark Toyota, and like employees there were fucking.
They love you, Mills.
No way.
Yeah, Mills like, I'm going North
Don't
Carolina
act like
now.
you didn't look.
I
Steve.
didn't
Yeah.
look.
Mills like, I need new
Don't act
Toyota.
like-
Yeah.
You're being so stupid right now.
So I didn't, but I'm about to. Yeah.
But guys, I just I don't even know
It's
what
like
to say,
it's the
man.
same thing I said on last podcast. It's like you'd be stupid to say you don't like the attention. It would be dumb to say you don't like the attention.
I mean, I feel like it feels
Everybody
good.
would like it.
Like when someone compliments you, like, oh shit, well, you're right. I am kind of cute, you know.
You're right. My hair
Like
looks
every
good.
now and then,
Like I feel like
or like you, it's a good reminder. Like, dang, I do look good.
Right.
You right.
Yeah, you're
like
right.
I feel like
yeah.
okay,
needed
for
that.
instance, like a lot of cripples will hate on me like, oh man, you know, Pitt's sellout, dude, you know, Instagram fame, all this stuff. And I'm like, aren't you posting on Instagram daily trying to get your following up?
Yeah.
And you're hating on me because I had an out.
So we were
and you're
talking
hating
about
on
this.
me?
We were talking about this earlier about
What?
like
Cripple envy.
cripple envy.
Cripple envy. Is that
Cripple-
even a thing?
Bum bum boom.
So like
Cripple
we were
envy.
talking about quads don't look at Mills as a true quad because she's a walker.
Yeah, we kind of got complaints about you being on the first episode you were on
No
from other
way.
quads. Oh yeah.
They're
And
like,
I was
What?
never going to
she
bring
don't
this
even
up.
know.
I was
She don't
never-
know what.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
What's
That's
going on?
that's not a true quad.
Yeah, she ain't a true quad. She don't know how it is to be a quad. Like,
Wow.
yeah, for real, for real.
Got some quad
Yeah.
hair. So
Quad heat?
cripple envy, man.
Quad, yeah, it's cripple envy. It really is. Like there's a lot of cripples that like. So like the first I ever heard of Zack was like somebody sent me a YouTube video. I was like, man, bro, you gotta be able to like
Step your game up.
Start working out when you can do this. And he's doing like muscle ups with his wheelchair, and it's like y'all don't even understand. That's not even, we're on the same level, you know. So there's a lot of cripples out there that hate on that because they want to be able to be like a Zack. You know, Zack's an amputee, so he has like what he has control over for the most part.
Yeah, he
And,
doesn't have a spinal cord injury.
Yeah, he can feel everything. So
He doesn't.
well-
You don't have to catheterize.
Well, no, I don't. My left leg's a para though.
Yeah.
Incomplete para.
Or single, whatever they call it. Nuno. You're
Para.
Nuno. You're Nuno.
It's kind of weird.
He's
yeah.
a Nuno.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh yeah, dude, you definitely have haters, dude. Like I've had cripples hate on me. Like you send me messages like, "Oh, you're a disgrace to the wheelchair world." Like, how do you expect, you know, or like
If I had full function, I'd be
and-
way
and-
better than you.
oh that
No way.
that, or they'll hate on like the tough love shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, or I'll put on there you know, just like little stuff like, man, like get off your lazy ass. If you're still using a sliding board, if you don't have a reason to use a sliding board and you're using it, then you are a lazy piece
Man,
of shit.
sliding boards never work.
You
for me.
are
Sliding-
lazy.
I had to use a sliding board.
I know, but you don't now, right?
No.
Correct, because you evolved. You got
Yeah, you
with
know,
it. If you've been in a chair for
Evolved
10
like a little butterfly.
if you've been in a chair for
Purple
10
giraffe
years,
or whatever,
if
yeah.
you've been in a chair for 10 years or something like that, dude, and you're still using the sliding board and there's no reason for you to use it,
Yeah.
then you're just lazy.
Yeah, you are lazy for sure. If you've been doing it for 10 years, you're lazy. Or you're
and
so fat.
so
that
people will hate on
That's
that.
true.
People will
But you
hate
could get stronger.
People will be like, well, you know, not everybody's mentally tough like you. And they're like, well, okay, then don't follow me. Don't like my shit. You don't have
Yeah.
to follow me. I'm just telling you what I think, dude. I'm not trying to please you. I'm just trying to like tell you what I believe, that you're being lazy.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing. A lot of people, because they are not athletic or out of shape or fat or whatever, it's because they're lazy.
Yeah, there's a difference from being lazy and being disabled.
100%. And I feel like
Absolutely.
a lot of barely disabled people will turn that lazy knob up to 10 because
And now they're
they're
like,
disabled now. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And
because
it's
I'm
like, no,
disabled,
if you,
dog, I
you
can't
could
do that
probably
shit.
overcome that disability if you weren't so lazy, you know? Yeah, it's kind of frustrating.
But yeah, that is a thing.
And
Like
that's I guess that's some cripple envy too. It's like these people that are barely crippled, and I'm looking at them like, motherfucker, you can walk, you know, like you got a little gimp limp, but
then you got the ones who are like, how the hell do you even call yourself disabled? And they rep it like they have the worst case of CP in the world.
right?
You know what I'm saying? They're like for real. There's like
they got all the equipment, right?
Yeah, they're riding the chair. They can walk. Like I've seen you walk perfectly. I've seen you run. Why are you in this chair right now? You're not one of us, dog. So I can see where the quads are coming from because I know they're envious of you for walking. But dog, I mean, you can't be mad at somebody for having a better disability than you.
Yeah, a better disability. Yeah,
you can't
That's
be mad.
Well, and we were talking about this at the
I'd
tournament.
much rather be a below the knee amputee than be
Right.
an above the knee amputee.
For
I'll
sure.
hate on y'all paper cut. Like I'll hate on them paper cuts all day.
Yeah, man. I tell you what, if I could have a disability, definitely below the knee amputee, because I could get me
It
some
is a paper
legs.
cut. It's a paper. It's equivalent to a paper cut. You're gonna live a normal life.
I
bro.
get carbon fiber
Yeah,
legs.
right?
You're gonna live a
Hell
normal.
Yeah, because you don't
100%.
live with spasms.
Like
Nah.
I trip out when I
Or
get.
like
I
I
get
got a little
accidents,
pain, but no big deal.
nerve pain. Like I'd be like, nah, Zach's normal. Yeah.
No, but oh, dude, I get messages, and I'm calling dudes who are losing like a foot, or man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I was like, oh, you know what?
You're gonna get your
I was like-
carbon
I was like-
fiber
I
and
was like-
titanium
I was like-
legs
I
and
was
run
like-
fast.
I was like, here's what you're gonna do.
Whoa,
Here's what you're gonna
whoa,
do. I
whoa,
was like, here's what you're gonna do. I was like, you're gonna regret talking to me like this because you sound like a pussy right now. And I was like, dog, you're gonna live a normal life. I was like, okay, your NBA career is over if you ever planned on going to that, but you can still play basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Normal. I was like, you're
And be a
losing a
badass.
foot. You're losing a foot. You're tripping about a foot.
Yeah,
Dog, you're gonna live a normal
not that
life.
bad.
You're gonna live a normal life.
I could lose a foot right now and be perfectly fine. Might be hard to transfer though. I know some pair of amps, and man, they're in some shit, man.
Like people be. I remember my cousin lost her toe, and she thought it was the end of the world.
Yeah,
They had me go talk to her and shit, and I was like, "Are y'all serious?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
right.
It's just a toe. Jesus, Jesus.
Fucking toe.
Yeah, just gone.
It's cool.
Got an ugly ass foot.
But a lot of people can't handle tough love, and I love it.
Yeah, it's true. No, but that's what's best for people, and the people that can't take it have never had it. So that means the people that have been around them have been enablers and don't really love them as much as they should. Because
I've gotten mentally stronger.
oh, for sure, that's the biggest thing about being in a chair is you got to be patient, and being patient requires you to be mentally strong. You know, you can't just like we talked about this before on one of our podcasts. You're not going to go from like where you were first got hurt to walking in a week. You know, it takes time to get there, so you got to learn to be patient. And during that process of being patient, you get right in your head. You know, sometimes you go down some dark paths, but usually at the end of it, you were way stronger than you were when you first started. So,
Oh yeah, you get different chapters of your life.
100%, man. It's a cycle, man.
And then once you finally hit, I feel like once you finally hit that wall of like down and out depression, and once you weather the storm and get through that, you can conquer the world after that. Then you're stronger than ever. You know.
Yeah.
I think like your life changes once you actually accept yourself.
100%. No, I agree with
Have
you
you
there.
100% accepted your disability?
I think I'm kind of there, dude.
Have you 100% accepted
That I know for sure I have. No, because I know when it happened. I know when I finally accepted that. I know when. Around the time. Yeah.
This whole year I've been
And
like
it was not that long ago. Bro.
not that long ago.
Like I've been in a chair for 17 years, and
You
it
went
was
through like a little depressed state though.
a lot.
Did you?
Several years. Yeah, several years. Yeah. So I
So
know.
how, like what got you in that? Like what exactly? Like what was the little poke to push you into like, man, you're like was it like money issues, financial?
No, I had money at the
woman,
time. I had
women issues.
Well, so that's the
family?
thing.
So you're
I
rich.
well, so I went. I kind of where when I started getting into that
Because
depression
we've all
phases-
talked about ours. Remember you?
Well, yeah.
For real.
In my depression phase, I started out because I was like, I went to college, and like college just wasn't my thing. I couldn't find anything I liked, and it was like boring and shit. So I quit, and then I was like, I'm a man now. I got to get a job.
So
know?
your expectations went through the roof, I guess, for yourself,
Yeah,
and you weren't matching them.
yeah, and so then I was like, all right, life's about making money, right? And so like I'm gonna go get me a job, and I got me a pretty good paying job, and I had a lot of money, and I was pretty successful in my career, and then I still was not like happy inside. It really wasn't, you know, like I had plenty of money, I could buy things, like I tried that, you know, buying a bunch of crap, and
Did it like feel good for a little bit?
no, because dude, I would get stuff in from like Amazon, and like I didn't even care, like I would just buy it and like set it right on the shelf. Seriously, like I might play with it for 5-10 minutes and then just like.
Does it give you that instant gratification of just buying something, right? Endorphins or something?
Well, here's the thing. Here's
It's a
what-
feel good mechanism.
Well, no. I think a lot of it wasn't necessarily a feel good thing. It's boredom. So like I think a lot of cripples just don't do anything For real. And that when you're like just sitting at home playing in your own mind, that's the worst
Fucks
thing
with your
for
head,
you.
man.
100%. So like at one point I was like, man. So I started like doing a few little activities like outside of work and stuff. Because like work became like I got to the point where I knew it really well. I wasn't really learning a whole lot more because I wasn't around like people to like teach me new things or anything like that. So I got kind of bored with what I was doing. So I had to find other things to do to kind of keep evolving, you know.
And you seem like a guy that you always want to keep on learning shit too. So
Oh,
you get bored easy
all the time. Yeah, as soon as I get it figured out, it's like, all right, this is bullshit. Like, let's figure out something else to do. I want to be badass, so let's figure it out. So then I just started. That's when I started getting working out and like stuff like that, and that really helped me kind of.
You're so fly.
Yeah, that really helped me like get into sports and things like that, and that kind of brought me into like the wheelchair community a lot more. Like I've always worked in the wheelchair community and been disabled, but I never really was like involved.
Yeah.
And now I'm involved, and I feel like it's something that I have like a passion for. You know, like I like hanging out with crippled people. You know, it's cool. I never really hung out with a lot of crippled people, and I think it's cool because like I feel like I can help them and they can help me. You know, so
Man,
it's like a good.
I really,
thing for
I take a lot of pride in hanging out with cripples and then not seeing them as that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
same.
Like I really don't see anybody with a disability anymore. I know you have a disability, but I don't see that anymore. Like I see Gary as Gary. I see Silva as Silva. I see you as you.
Yeah,
I do not see you in a chair no more. Like it's weird. I don't even think about it.
Well, that's what I was talking
That's
about the
true.
other day. I would have never thought that I would have like know somebody with CP and have like full blown conversations with them for like hours. For real, like I've done that with people with CP, and I before kind of getting involved with the community, I've dealt with that, but never like really interacted on a friendship.
You're kind of
level,
like able-bodied minded about
yeah,
disabilities.
for real.
Yeah, that is very true.
Yeah.
Like when I work, because I work with like kids that have special needs, right? So it's like I see everyone talking to them like, oh my god, blah blah blah, like baby talk. But whenever I talk to them, I just be like, look, dude, you need to do this. And
Yeah,
stuff like
gotta
that.
be real with them.
Yeah, so it's like they feel like comfortable, like you know when I'm around them and stuff.
Yeah, and that's one thing I tell Zack about. I feel like a lot of us cripples, we gotta have pride. We got because we've been around and we're involved. We gotta show to other crippled people how to be like better. You know, like you always need to be pushing yourself. Like we have a lot to overcome, and if you're not trying at
Not literally.
all, but if you're not trying at all to be better yourself as a cripple, you're gonna be so much farther behind than the regular able-bodied person.
That's like,
and
my
I feel
goal.
like we have to keep each other accountable so that we all grow.
Yeah, that's my biggest goal. Is like, man, it's like when I die. Let's say when I finally die, I want there to be like a remembrance of me and be like, this dude changed the lives of thousands, countless amount of crippled people. Like he got so many people that were in a chair, off the chair, and and experienced life just because of his post or just because of his attitude or whatever. You know, like that'll live on. Like that's the shit that's gonna live on, and something I can be proud of. My family's gonna be proud of. Like man,
Right.
like my grandpa was a badass dude. He bench pressed 500 pounds. Not only did he do that, but he like inspired the fucking world. The world.
Yeah.
He inspired the world at the same time. You know.
Yeah. And I think like
what I
Milz,
wanna
your
do.
videos do the same thing. Like you do very good videos as far
Thank
as
you,
like
thank you very much.
like quad stuff and like disability stuff. You really do a good job of explaining that in your videos, like better than a lot of people do.
How'd you pull
know?
out, Brent? How'd you pull out of the depression?
Yeah.
Um,
Hanging around with like crippled, you said?
no, well, like
Started working out.
no, I like so no shit. Like I've put myself in challenging situations. Like subconsciously, I knew that they were probably not the best short term for me, but long term decisions. So I've done that a few times, and it really tests your character on like who you are, you know. So I did that a few times and went through like a lonely spell, and then I realized like I need to like be more active.
Like character building.
Yeah, well, character building, career building, a lot of things. Like I look at life as an adventure, so sometimes it's more fun to have struggles than it is to just be like coasting along, you know. Like it just makes things interesting. Sometimes it's not always the best thing to do.
Oh, it's not recording. Fuck.
Oh,
No battery.
but yeah, we'll pause it real quick. Alrighty then.
So are we recording now?
Yeah, we're back. Sorry, we've had some technical difficulties here. If y'all are still listening, 'cause we're probably like about an hour into this bad boy. So, appreciate you listening. Let's talk about some depression, overcoming it. Yeah, that's what we're doing. I think I was talking about like how did I overcome my depression. Like I said, I think I was just got active. I think, like I said, a lot of people, they become stagnant in being disabled, being a little lazy, staying home, and I think that turns into like a little bit of antisocial behavior
Yeah,
sometimes.
dude, you can't stay home.
Yeah, because like you were asking Zach earlier about like you ever get nervous going places, and like for me, like an intimidating place when you're in a chair is a place where there's a bunch of walking people standing up. So if like you go into a big crowd of people, like you can't see anything. So
That's
like
why I hate going to concerts and shit.
I'm
You
the
have
I'm the
butts
same
in
way.
your face,
I'm the
dude.
same way. Yeah, I'm the
It's
same way.
like, unless it's like rodeo where you can sit down in the seat, like I'm gonna be bored because I'm not gonna see
You're looking
anything
at-
but people jumping.
Yeah, unless you're at the front and you never get a front ticket, so it's kind of tough. So that was something that like always like affected me like going out. And then like one day I just was like, I don't give a shit anymore. I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. People gonna look at me either way. Don't matter where I go, what I'm wearing. I could be butt naked, or I could have a ski suit on. They're gonna look at me the exact same way because I'm in a wheelchair. So it doesn't matter. Like you just got to learn to accept that and just do your thing.
Once you own that, your
100%.
Yeah.
your personality will change completely.
Yep.
So it goes back to
Yep.
accepting yourself.
Yeah.
And it's like a process. Like this whole year, I literally look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, look, this is who you are. Accept it. Like, accept the new Mildred. Learn how to love the new Mildred.
Yeah.
And I literally have to say that every morning so I can, like, you know, if you say it, you're going to end up believing it. You know,
Yeah.
like, fake it till you make it. I think it's real.
Yeah.
So if you put it out in the universe, eventually I will learn to accept the new me. And it's
She's
been
been-
working.
She's been reading The Secret.
Yeah. How do you know?
Yeah, you called it something different on your Instagram. What were you calling it?
Oh,
If you think it, the universe will perform it.
it's like a...
It's true.
It'll
I
move
agree.
out of your way.
Well, if as long as you put it in the back of your head, that's why it always like drives me. Like I have certain goals that I want to do in life, and as long as I keep striving to hit those, it's gonna happen. 'Cause I
Right,
put
so
it
you
out there in my
visualize
mind.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
You set goals and you reach them and repeat. You do it over and over again.
Yeah.
So it's been proven scientifically by me these past 5 years.
It's science. That's
Like,
why
come
you
on
need a
now,
doctorate,
yeah.
Milz. She does all kinds of science. Yeah.
Don't ask me stuff about math though. Shit.
Right. Yeah. I think we had a couple more questions for
About
Zach
math?
over here.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not really good at math.
Oh, so one good question, Zach, is where do you see yourself in 5 years? You know?
I have no clue.
You have no clue. You got no goals for 5 years? You got a
Like-
5-year plan?
Obviously, I want to like have my. I mean, I have goals that I want to have. I have goals that I want income. Like
Yeah.
I know what I want to do. Like as far as like
Career-wise?
not career wise, just on side business wise.
I gotcha.
Like I want to own a couple RVs and rent them out,
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
stuff like that. Like I mean,
That's where
so I
it's
mean,
at, man.
long as I can. If I can make if I can make money and doing what I love to do, like if I keep doing this and meeting new people, working out, getting paid for doing it, then I think I can sustain this
Then why
life.
not?
Then I can sustain this life till I'm 60,
Yeah.
70, dude. I love
Passive
it. Like
income,
you know what I'm
man.
saying? Like this is really what I love to do. I like working out, and I'm getting paid for something I like to do. Although I don't like speaking to crowds too much, but I'll sacrifice that. And, you know,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I don't think RV restrooms are really accessible.
Oh, you know what? They're not, but we got this. We got this van. Speaking of that, if y'all need a
Okay.
wheelchair accessible
Promo.
van, your boy Brent right here. I sell them, and not only vans, we sell sprinters that have RV setups in them with wheelchair accessible bathrooms, beds, the whole nine. We got one in on trade. I think it'll go for like mid-50s. Check it out. It's really nice. Y'all check out my Instagram the next day or two. I'll be back at work on
I
Monday.
like how
I'm gonna put it on
excited
there.
you are. Like,
Dude, it's
wow.
badass. It's
Mr.
badass.
Commercial guy over here.
Man, I'm not kidding you. I was telling my boss, I was like, man, I might buy this thing. Just start living in it because it's nice. It's like those things brand new are like $100,000 easy, like 100, probably like 110.
why are you going for so cheap?
It's used, man.
Oh,
Yeah, you lose your
okay.
ass on new stuff, man. So it's already taking its depreciation hit, but it's a nice van. It's kind of a cool color and
All
everything.
right, show
so.
us a little clip here.
Yeah, I'll,
of, like,
well, I might get this up before that. Well, I'll wait a day or two and get
Okay,
that up there.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it's pretty snazzy though. So if y'all want that or any other wheelchair accessible
does
vehicle,
Tesla?
Hit
Good
up
boy.
Brent.
right
Does
here.
Tesla make wheelchairs?
Nah,
They should.
They should. You know, Elon. Shut
Imagine
up.
a
And you know what?
Tesla.
I love you, Elon. I really do. I want a Tesla so bad, and most importantly, we're going to space. SpaceX, if y'all didn't know, is shooting rockets in Texas.
I look.
Then they shoot up and they go all the way into space and then come back down and land like this.
I'll be
Like how
honest.
badass is
Imagine
that?
the Tesla that like puts itself together,
That'd be kind of cool.
like a
wheelchair Tesla?
Yeah, like one that
Okay,
folds
nice.
itself.
Like an
and
Iron Man. I
No,
want,
I want
some,
my-
I want something I can wear like an Iron Man watch and press the button and it comes from a cube and I'm like, and turn into my wheelchair.
I want a
That
drone
would be
wheelchair.
fucking cool.
Yeah, I want a drone wheelchair.
I don't see
I've
why-
already thought about. Me and Diego have talked about this about
They'll
putting.
fly to you. Just
No,
follow
well,
you.
instead of wheels, we just put like some ducted fan motors on the bottom there.
Oh God.
We can do this. Like we have the technology
I have
right
a-
now to do
I have a
this.
feeling
And I can
I'll
just,
be able to-
you know how much I love drones.
I have a
It's a
feeling
total-
I'd be the test dummy in that one.
I'll be a test dummy in that. Well, yeah, because you can hit and roll a little bit better than I can. So.
I can test it as a quad. Ayy.
Well, once we get it figured out, then me and you can start testing it. Because, man, I want to fly. I want to be like a real-life Iron Man, for real. That's why I got to get rich. That's why one of my goals in life is to get rich
Part of my
and
speech.
to be a
I just want my
Iron Man.
wheelchair to form itself.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Matrix shit.
It would just be badass. Just be like, man, like, oh man, you've got your wheelchair. Nope. And you take it out your pocket and throw it down and press the button. And
Pocket wheelchair. I'm going to start working on that one. Trademark. PocketWheelchair.com.
Like Iron Man, you know? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
My
they got
first
some
time-
like nanotube technology.
It's funny you said. So it's funny you said I want to fly. It's like in my speeches I do. Like let's just say North Carolina.
Yeah.
One of my lines is one of the lines I've said before is I was like, yeah, the Lord took my legs, but He gave me wings.
Oh,
That's a good one.
So that's a good question. We're gonna ask this. What are you gonna put on your tombstone when you die? You know, I feel like that's a good one.
Mine? What I want
Yeah.
to put on my tombstone?
Yeah, what do you
Yeah.
want to put on your tombstone? That's a good one. You might want to put that even on whatever else you're gonna put. You might want to put that at the bottom or something. That's pretty
I
good.
just want here lies a badass.
I was a badass.
I was a
Can you-
badass?
yeah.
Here lies a badass.
Here lies
Here lies a badass. Okay,
I
okay.
kind of like that.
That's it. That's all I want. And I really want it. I want here lies a badass. They're gonna be like,
he was a
I don't know his
badass.
name, but he's a badass.
He's a high one. Yeah, straight up. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of cool.
I want
Mills, what about you? What do
I
you
want
on
like
your
a crib,
headstone?
like a little. I want an itty bitty little casket. You know what I am?
You only need a little bit.
Yeah, save money.
We
save
tuck
money.
you up in like a
Yeah.
little,
Suitcase.
Yeah.
I've never thought about that, dude. I for sure want like a whole bunch of rosas planted,
Oh, that's cool.
I don't want that at all.
so people won't have to like take them. Just be there growing.
You know, I want to be
growing.
cremated, and then remember,
Cremated?
like, you know, the film canisters back when you were like a little kid that you used to get,
Yeah.
and I want all my ashes divvied up,
Ashes?
divvied up into all those. So just divide them all out, and then like at the church, wherever we have my ceremony, you can like take as many as you want. Like, don't be greedy, but like take if you want a couple of them. And then just like
That's
anytime,
weird.
no, then like anytime like you go to like a cool place, like man, Brent would like to be here. Just pour me a little out. For
But
real.
I don't
I'm
want
a-
to carry you.
I would
That's
go.
gonna
I would
be
go
creepy.
to Southwest 737, and I'd go to the bathroom and leave your ashes in there.
Fine, I'd be in an airplane forever.
That's
I'm
what
cool
I'm
with that. For
That's
real.
what I'm saying.
I'm
Like,
cool
I'd
with
be
that.
like, all right, dude. Here you
Yeah.
go, dog.
Fly, Brent, fly. Yeah.
Here we go, dude.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm all for that. I think that'd be cool. Like if you go to the beach, Brent would love to be here. Pour a little Brent out, you know.
Yeah,
But after a while, you'd run out. So you got to be smart with where you're
not
gonna
a
pour
beach
me
guy.
out.
I gotta do something cool with your ass.
I like a beach, but I mean, yeah, you can shoot me out of a shotgun and load me into a shotgun shell and shoot me in the air every year or
That'd be
something. That'd be
cool,
kind of
yeah.
cool. I mean, whatever you want to do, plant me into a tree or something.
Me and my buddy Chris made a sparkler bomb that sat in my backyard for like 3 months. We didn't like.
Okay, so we probably can't talk about that because the ATF might not like that. Yeah, for real on that. Yeah. We don't do that around here in Texas, folks.
Oh, we do.
We don't do that.
This is the first time I looked at the screen. I look humongous compared to Mills right now.
We got the goods on
I look
today.
almost fat.
No, I'm fine.
Is that
over
Oh,
a
here.
good angle?
Yeah, but it's all good.
So where do you guys want to see the Cripple Couch evolution to, or what?
Man, so
what's the purpose of this? Because this, what episode are we on?
I want
13.
I want
13.
I want to make it. I want to make it. I mean, to the point where I want to make it to where we are helping out adaptive athletes in some shape or fashion.
See, my thing is,
Like either holding meet and greets.
Right.
You know, having I'm not necessarily having a 501(c), but just helping an arrangement set up to get a cripple a wheelchair or something like that. Like
Yeah.
having different different individuals what we know that need help.
So that's what I want, and I want to tell people's story too. Like that's one thing I would really like.
Straight pick my nose.
That's all right. I like it when I like when people tell their stories. Like Jesse's story is interesting. Your story is interesting. Everybody's story is like interesting for the most part, you know. And I always thought that it'd be kind of cool to
And
be
people
able
are scared
tell
to talk
that.
about it.
Yeah.
And people are scared to talk
Yeah,
about
they
it.
are.
Everybody's are really scared to ask, and a lot of people are scared to talk about it. So
Yeah.
I want this to be as much normal conversation as possible.
Well,
and
not
don't
even
be
just
scared to
not
talk
even just
a
wheelchair
safe
users.
place.
You know, I want to get like able-bodied people and ask them questions that they may not have had a lot of exposure to. Disabled
Someone
people,
that's
you know,
disabled.
like we have our able-bodied friends that kind of hang around us.
So
but
they're
I want
used
kind of
to
go
us.
out. Yeah, but I want to go kind of outside of that group where people that like don't really know a lot, and then
That
just
has never
kind of
hung around with someone that's been disabled.
yeah, and maybe like have him work out with Zack, show like how badass he is at like doing whatever. And then,
But also work out with somebody that's not as strong as that.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
me.
yeah,
Like the fuck,
exactly.
I'm not as strong as that.
Well, I'm just saying, I just want I want people to like experience that, you know. And then, like I said, I think it's a good place for people to tell stories because we've all been through some traumatic shit in our life, and I feel like
And
sometimes
I
it's good
feel
to
like,
talk
well,
about
we
it.
say, yeah.
Everybody's been through something, dude. It's just
Disabled or not
You
disabled.
could see our shit, you know. Like,
Yeah, it's the first thing you
I
see.
think I don't remember who I was talking to. I was talking to somebody, but like you can see in pictures of like when you see people going through shit. Like if you look at like still pictures, you can see like
That their eyes are so
they're
sad,
going, yeah.
but they're smiling.
They're yeah, exactly. But you can definitely I can point that out to a lot. Like I could go through like 100 pictures and tell you like people that have been through some shit or are going through some shit. You can just see in people's face, you know.
But what I like about this, what we have going on, is that whatever conversation we have here, you will not, I repeat again, you will not hear this in a regular radio station.
It's true. That's very
because
true.
they're like not crippled.
Yeah.
we're not selling out. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
so I feel like that's what makes us unique because we're talking about things that people don't feel comfortable talking about. Because as much as you like to, people are putting it out there now, like inclusion and putting kids like in ads and stuff. It's not like that in real life. Like especially when you're trying to get a job, like they don't know how to act around you. Like I've been in like así como like I don't know, am I talking in Spanish? Shit.
You talk Spanish.
Yeah.
There's Spanish.
I've been like in like professional places where like they still don't know how to act around me. Be like, oh wait, you're asking for a job or you know, or like places that's like in the medical field, like, oh, are you a patient? I'm like, well, no, dude, I'm here like doing my observation hours. Like I'm in the other side of like the professional world.
Right.
So I feel like, yeah, you know, they're trying to make it seem like disability is kind of like, you know, like it's normal, but it's not.
Right.
Not as of right now, 2019.
No, it's not.
Do you agree, disagree?
No, I 100% agree. And like I said, I was talking about this the other day. I jokingly say I'm going to run for office, but I might just run for office because I want to make America fair again. I really do want to make it fair. Here I go again.
I like that.
Politician Brent. But I really do. Like I was saying, like we're limited on like the amount of money we can make, things like that. Like I just want, and I feel like the amount of money that we pay, that we as a country pay for health insurance to the coverage that we get is bullshit. And I know a lot of people are nurses, doctors, and all this shit. They get paid off of that. But like, come on now. Like some of these procedures are just ridiculous.
A lot of stuff is not fair.
So yeah, a lot of shit's not fair.
A lot of stuff is not fair. And to be honest with you, yeah, there's a lot of disabled people that complain about a lot of shit they don't deserve to complain about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But some shit like needs to be complained about.
Yeah, well,
You know
another thing I think is bullshit
and it's
is
not
like
we're being ungrateful.
yeah, and this
And
goes
then-
back to
and then-
jobs.
and
Go
then-
fill out an application, and what does it say on there when you go fill out an application? You fill out an application. I know you have Milz.
Yeah.
Or do you have a disability? And it will ask
Why
you
do
that.
I need to answer that?
Exactly.
Why?
Exactly. Why is that even a thing? If we're all the same people, I mean, I understand if you do get hired, they do have to make like accommodations for you, things like that. But in the initial stage of you finding that job, why is that a thing? You should, when I get a resume from people, because I've hired people, when I get a resume from people, I don't go, oh, they in a wheelchair or not. I never do that. You know, I don't go, oh, maybe this guy's stronger, he can lift heavier shit. I don't do that. No, I look on paper and see what they got. You know, I give them a fair shot. And I feel like because when they put things like that on there, they go, ooh, that's a big red flag. You know, that person might cost us more money, or it might be harder for us to get around with them, or whatever it is, depending on your job. I think that's bullshit. So
I feel like there's a stigma with us. Like, I feel like, okay, you should accept whatever comes your way, but the instant you bitch about it, then you're bitter.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like we can't complain about our situation
know.
at all. Which I understand a lot of Crips complain about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people complain about stuff that I don't feel like they have a right to.
yeah.
But dude, like, man, we're allowed to complain about some shit.
Well, it's
is
like
not-
it's oppression.
Some stuff is
It
not
is
fair,
straight
bro.
oppression. That's what I'm saying. It is oppression. We have been oppressed as disabled people. It's not like we've chosen this. You know,
Hell
like
no.
Yeah, we haven't chosen this. This is something that happened to us, and like I said, we just want a fair shake of things. That's it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
America fair again?
Make America fair again.
Okay,
See, I'm
okay.
already got Milz on board, so
Awesome.
2020. I don't know what I'm running for yet, but I'm gonna run for something. I'm gonna win.
2020, we rolling for president.
We rolling for. I like it. We ain't
Literally.
running. We rolling.
2020, rolling for president.
Watch out, folks. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah,
We're rolling
we
for
rolling
real.
for president. So, man, shoot,
Do you
might
believe?
do this.
do
Might
you-
talk to old Dan
do you
Crenshaw.
believe- Do you believe
Yeah.
that marijuana should be legalized?
I think that.
Dun, dun,
I think it should. I think it. Here's the thing. If you look at statistics, right? If you look at statistics and you look at
Okay.
alcohol-related deaths compared to drug use deaths, alcohol by far
Trumps
is
it,
a worse
trumps
worse drug than
Trumps it.
by a ton.
Peanuts have
ton.
killed more people than weed
100%.
has.
Yeah, 100%.
Peanuts.
Well, and I just think there are things that can alter your mind that you probably don't need to be doing at work and stuff like that. But like, there's certain things that are not that bad. You know, that's nothing like steroids, for example. I think that steroids, if you educate yourself on what is out there, should be available for everybody. Any performance enhancing. Why would you not want to be better?
You're fucking. You're messing with hormones now, though. I don't know, dude.
No, that's what I'm saying. If you're educated, like you shouldn't. There's.
Got you.
Yeah,
Okay. So you gotta be like qualified to
qualified. Yeah, there's like men at certain age. There's proof after 25, your testosterone level drops substantially. You know?
When I turned 35, your boy's getting on TRT.
That's what I'm saying. So like, there's a lot of.
I don't care.
And here's another
What's
thing
TRT?
too.
Testosterone replacement.
Well, but here's the
treatment.
thing. So one thing that affects your emotions is your hormones. It's the biggest thing that like women cry a lot because you have estrogen in your body. That's a big thing. Men become like depressed because of low testosterone levels. They get lazy, things like
So
that.
their test goes low
So
and their estrogen goes high.
Oh.
Or their estrogen stays the same.
So like a lot of
Wow.
people who like will go take like Prozac or whatever like antidepressant bullshit probably just need like check their hormones out. You know, that's what I'm saying. If you're educated on what is out there and how you can become better, I think all of that should be available.
why not?
Yeah, all of that. If I could get stem cells, like, I'd be buying it right now. I'd be doing all that stuff.
My biggest deal is like, how do you hate on something? This is going back on marijuana. How do you hate on something that, like, I've seen pull people out of an anxiety attack?
Well,
makes you happier.
See,
makes you happier. I've seen weed actually pull somebody out of like a mid panic attack.
Well, see, I disagree on the panic attack thing because I've done my homework on this, and THC is a psychoactive substance. It's the CBD is the medicinal part in marijuana. That's what releases your spasms.
I don't feel like it helps the pain. I just feel like it calms you down enough to stop having it.
Yeah, well, and I've seen it cause people to have anxiety.
Oh
too,
yeah,
so.
I mean I've seen people eat edibles and freak out.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
Edibles are like.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's
They'll freak you
THC.
out.
That's THC. There's usually not CBD in.
They say
in this,
I've
so.
never had them.
Yeah, it's weird.
But I mean,
Texas, we don't
then
do that
again,
stuff
though,
here.
like helps with helps with recovery, and honestly, like it's hard.
Don't censor
You're
that.
hating on a plant that's put on it. Like, how do you illegalize a plant?
Yeah, well, and even in the Bible it says God gave us all seed-bearing plants. So just saying, folks.
I'm
know.
not supporting it by any means, y'all. But I don't see how you.
Well, there's like
I don't see how you hate against
there's
it.
like in Texas that you can get CBD concentrate, which is made from hemp. So hemp has a very small amount of THC. When you concentrate it down, it does raise the THC level, but it also has a shit ton of CBD. So like that's the stuff they give for like kids with like epilepsy and seizures and stuff like that. That is legal in Texas, and I don't see any problem with that because it is CBD and that's the medicinal stuff.
Well,
so.
I did like my research with my online friends, and nothing takes nerve pain away. And the only thing that like makes it like go away or calm down is WEED.
Yeah. Well, and I've actually heard the opposite. If you get like some of that the high end stuff, that it will actually increase pain.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's all about the strain. It really is all about the strain. Yeah. Because like a lot of the indicas are like a body high. Yeah. So like the sativas have like typically like a higher THC content, which is like a more of a mind high.
I thought hybrids had a bigger.
Well, hybrids it just depends on what your hybrid is. So like I said, now they have like CBD weed that has or like hemp now. Which they, like
hemp could be used for anything, by the way. But go ahead.
Yeah, but like some growers, and typically before would grow to their certain plants to have higher THC content. There's companies now that have gone the opposite way and then try to grow plants that have higher CBD content. So now they have like complete strains that have just very minimal THC content, so they're more of a medicinal plant. So it just kind of depends on what you're trying to do. It's like there's all different kinds of medicine. You just got to get the right one, So
Interesting.
Dr. Brent over here. Dr. Brent's running for president 2020. Come get yourself. Yeah.
So we talked about Zack, his and we talked about what else? Cripple
envy.
Cripple envy.
Yeah.
Envy.
Yeah.
Your goals, depression stuff. What else?
Don't be a cripple envier.
Yeah.
It's hard not to though.
Like here's why. What's one reason I love Woody? I've never felt like Woody has ever been competition. He's more of a friend than competition than anything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
like
those Canadians, they're so
I know,
nice.
I
They
know,
really
I
are.
know. We like, I guess, are in a way. You know what I'm saying? People see us like it was like
Yeah.
whatever. But he's got the calisthenics thing. But it's never been like that, dude. He's always been a fan. I've always been a fan of him.
Yeah, you know
like
what's-
I've always been a huge fan of Woody. And I'll tell people about him. Like, dude, Woody, he's a badass, man. Go look him up.
Yeah,
and
no,
I
I-
feel like he's gave me like shout outs. Like, man, I started this because of Zack. So like, dude, like I look up to people like that, dude, because I'm like, he's young and he gets it.
Yeah.
And you get other people like, I feel like even people we kind of know or like kind of envious, but they won't ever say shit to my face.
Yeah, yeah. No, I came across
then
a
you can
video
feel
of
the vibe.
you and Woody one time, recently actually. Y'all were at the Arnold,
Yeah.
and Woody was doing like, he had those like little dip thing,
Yeah.
and was doing, and you were right behind him cheering him on. So
Yeah.
it was kind of cool.
Yeah, he's a good kid, man. And then honestly, like, I mean,
He's a man though.
No,
he ain't
no,
he ain't no kid. He's
Yeah,
a man.
Shout out to Woody.
I mean,
Yeah.
he'll tell you, he kind of, in a way, took my blueprint and ran with it, and now
Yeah.
he's doing his own thing, but he's killing the game. He like
People love it, man.
He
People love it.
has like my blueprint, but has his style on it, dude, and it's badass watching that. You know what I'm saying? It's cool watching him grow into his own like social media kind of person. You know,
Right.
Because he did it different. Like I didn't go into it like, oh, be happy and be motivated. No, I just you know what I'm saying. I didn't.
Well,
do
it's
that.
on you.
Why did
Yeah.
you
It's
just talk
on
like
you.
Woody?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like I
You
didn't-
did, huh?
Like, wait, is this Zach?
Right? So,
I
like,
thought Woody
just-
was like a little
like,
darker.
So I didn't go into it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't trying to be that guy. I was just like, man, I'm gonna lead by example. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I don't like talking that much. I don't like Happy Friday. It's a good Friday. I just don't
Yeah,
like that.
I'm with you on that,
I'd rather just
yeah.
be like, hey, I did 6 rounds, 10 months. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's pretty motivating.
But he used as an inspo. That's cool.
Yeah.
He used you as like an inspo.
Yeah, and he did like, but he even said, dude, he's even hit me up. He's like, dude, why don't you use hashtags? Why don't you do this? Like, you
Yeah.
do not promote yourself.
Oh, we were
doing
talking about yesterday. You were like, hey, if it does this, it works a lot better, huh? And I was like, hell yeah, it does. Motherfucker, do this shit. Yeah. Yeah. But that's cool, though. That's
cool.
exciting.
I think we should stick together.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, like even the Cripple Threat page, like let's just say that the page, right? I feel like everybody has their own little thing going on,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
But if we all got together, I know we're planning a date, but not even a date. But if we all collabed and did something together
On a business
on a
side.
business level,
Yeah, I agree with you.
there's no doubt it couldn't go. There's no
make-
way it could go down.
It's got to make sure there's no cripple.
How?
In me, you know
Dude,
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no cripple envy.
Yeah.
No, but
In the
dude,
contract.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, that's you got some.
thing.
You have some people fight for that spotlight, which
Yeah.
is stupid, dude. Because we all can have this
Stronger as a
spotlight.
team, man.
Yeah, we can.
Stronger as a
Like,
team.
I want you to have 140-something thousand followers. I want you to have. I don't want to be the only dude up here, be like, oh, I'm high almighty. No, I want an entourage of this shit. Like, dude, like you know what I'm saying? Like, I want everybody to know
Roll
everybody.
deep.
And I feel like that's why you keep growing because you don't have that like negativity around you. You know what I'm saying?
Look
Yeah.
at Drake. Drake ain't just one person, man. He got a whole team. His 737 got.
And y'all
double
are my
bedrooms,
team.
man.
Like, if you think about it, like everybody is my
Or
team. You're my team.
757,
I'm your
my bad.
team. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so I got the following right now, so I don't care. Like, I got you. I'm gonna keep on repping you, repping. And when you finally get
Hey.
it, it's gonna be like,
Yeah.
oh, like you can go your own route with it. Go into planes,
Yeah.
do whatever. Like, it's just gonna be cool, dude.
droning.
Imagine-
Watch out for droning
ooh.
videos coming soon. For real, for
Because you
real.
think about it, it's inevitable. Like I was talking to Tommy yesterday. I was like, you know, I really started watching my following grow and like my engagement.
It's huge.
My engagement's going
Yeah.
up, and I'm like, dang, dude. I was like, could you imagine like if I got up to 1 million? He was like, it's going to happen. He's like,
Yeah.
it's inevitable. He was like, we're only going up from here. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And then
I agree.
I believe in that now, and I'm like, dude, like I see the podcast even growing from here.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we got a bunch of subscribers.
We'll have
That's
better
cool.
lights, guys.
Speaking
Better
of that,
lights.
if you
Hey.
haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the notification button, all that good stuff. Yeah, all and do
Be
whatever.
sure to follow Brent,
Yeah, Milz.
Zach, Milz.
For any booking requirements, hit me up on IG and my email,
Yeah,
pitbullruhl
There
at
you go.
gmail.com.
yeah. Milz. If y'all want to hire Milz or whatever, she'll do whatever. Y'all pay her good. Shit. Yeah.
Just send me a DM on Instagram, MMMILZZZ. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Yeah,
If
check
you-
out her page. Her page is really bad. Like I said, she makes some really good videos.
If you
I feel
So,
man,
put
this
those
is
in here, check it
total
out.
way off the subject. I don't
Uh-huh.
know why I'm bringing this up right now. I feel like it is totally easier, not easier, but it's a lot. Dudes bring up sex a lot easier when you're in a chair now. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're like, well,
Yeah,
because
it
it
is.
brings the topic up a lot easier. So
Yeah.
you're on a date with an able body. how you
Okay.
gonna bring up sex, right?
That's
if you're
true.
if you're on a date with a crippled girl, you'd be like, so I mean, is everything okay? You know, you could bring it up
I'm not
real
trying to have
easy.
sex
Yeah.
with you, but like,
yeah,
is your
I'm
lady
not-
parts work
can you,
fine?
Can you reproduce? You can bring it up in so many ways.
Well, like
and
that
it's
guy
easy.
did it, and
Yeah.
Milz lost their shit on him, but
Yeah, but I'm
I
saying like
flipped.
it's
Yeah.
but I think it gives them like an open floodgate to kind of bring it up.
it's an icebreaker
And then that's
Yeah.
for sure.
you know
Yeah.
like that's what I've been thinking of. I've been sitting on that. Sorry.
Yeah.
But the way that he said it, he just said it like just bitch.
Throwing it out there. Oh, I got a message this morning.
It's definitely top 5 questions.
I got a message
How
this
do you hit
morning.
6? You know, it's in the top 5 questions for sure.
I got a message this morning to Brent.
Oh,
She
yeah.
was like, "Can you
Straight
can you-
up.
Can you
Read
have
it.
sex pretty much?" Or I don't know something.
Yeah, she was like wanting to see, for real. I tell you, the thirst is real, ladies. I ain't just talking about it. Y'all are thirsty. It's like y'all in the desert. Y'all been like Moses walking for 40 years, and y'all ain't had a sip of water. And Zach's that
said-
nice, tasty, fresh water
girl
right out
said-
the glacier.
Well, Zach's single, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, ladies.
This girl said,
Said the
hey,
hotter the better. Hit him up.
This girl said, "Hey, love, I was wondering if you can still have intercourse. I just want to see something." And heart face, kissy face.
Yeah, so, ma'am, if you're watching, comment below.
Only one way to find out. Lovely.
Yep, you
Love.lee.
And obviously, Zach's not leaving his house, so y'all going to have to come here. So hop on a plane.
Lovely.
Get your passports ready, ladies, because y'all are
LUVV.
worldwide. Yep. That's funny stuff. Well, I think we'll wrap it up on that. It's been pretty good.
Start traveling with some water for these thirsty.
Yeah. We are traveling. So we're talking about a meetup. We have a meetup idea we're working on here in
We
Houston.
are
so,
working on a meetup.
So,
Here in the Big H.
yeah, so we'll do one here first, but we're also, Zach and I will probably do one in Phoenix.
Yeah, you have to.
I'm working on them dates and situations then. So, but we got a couple months. I think that's like, January, something like that, end of January, 1st February. So, it'll be on a Saturday night, more than likely. Maybe Friday night. I think we're flying in on the day before. So we'll figure it out, but we'll let you know.
But back to the one here in Houston. Do you guys think it's going to be before the year ends, or what do you?
That'll probably be after the year because I'm
After the
pretty
year?
busy. Yeah,
we have a lot of shit coming up.
yeah. So probably January. Maybe
January?
a little shindig in
I
January.
want to do it like kind of like right after New Year's.
Yeah, maybe we can maybe set that. We'll talk to that place.
I
and
think,
let's
I think
do a
we're
New
in
Year's
we're in a
party.
tournament for New Year's. I believe we're going to be in something.
I don't know if that's happening. We'll talk about that later.
So hopefully we'll do the meetup here in Houston after
Yeah.
New Year's. All right, so stay tuned, guys, for
Yeah,
that.
stay tuned because that'll be
That one's
fun.
gonna
One.
be
And
big.
if y'all want to fly in, we'll pick you up at the airport. We all got cars. We'll come pick you up if y'all are cool enough to fly in or drive in. I know there's some people up in like the East Texas area, the Austin area. Y'all
I
watch
want
our
to. Yeah, that's what I
stuff.
want to do. I want to plan it at a club like that, and I want to make it far enough where people could plan trips and actually get.
And wait till this summer. This summer we're going to the river, folks.
To
If y'all
where?
ain't ever been to the river trip, man,
I've never been to the river trip.
you got to come with
let's
us.
call it.
Mills.
Let's call it the Cripple Ripple.
Well, yeah, Cripple Creek. We'll call it Cripple Creek or something like that. Cripple Creek
Wow.
float, and we're going to be floating down the
Dude,
river.
it's so fun.
Bunch of cripples.
Yeah.
Water's nice and cold, crystal clear. We'll all get kayaks and have a good old time. We'll discuss that when it warms up a little bit. But that
All right.
is
All right, sounds
the
good.
that's
This
the bee's knees.
Ends your episode for Cripple Couch Talk. Drop mic beat.
That's it.